happens is that oftentimes in NoGi there's nothing to hold on to, okay? So, and it becomes a little bit challenging to do what you call a high pass, which is to go over because there's just too much construction. A lot of times there's this whole dropping down to get to a low pass, which is kind of like a double under. The key here is that I shrug so my head's not stuck in, and I want to come up, I want to pull his hips in, and I'm going to twist here, and I'd like for you guys to go and kind of put in a boss grip here as you come here, because oftentimes if you hold this hip with the right hand and you torque it this way, they're going to go to their knees. Yes. And that's where you can get a dart. That's just what I did to you right there. Okay. But first, what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you double under pass, and then I'm going to show you the opposite from the guard, how to counter double under pass. So you're going to know both sides of it. Okay. The way that this really works, and this goes to gi, NoGi, is that it's hard for him to stop and going this way here. I want to bring his knees together because his knees apart is bad for me. And I want to be able to control this hip. So I typically step up, pull him underneath me, and I pressure. So for now, all I want you to do, this hand frames the hip, and you're just going to roll the hips here. Get the underhook and get the side control. Okay. Very important, just as we turn the head offline, that you also twist the hips because it turns it offline with the spine, makes it difficult to generate power. Okay. This also works in gi. Nothing stopping you there. But one thing that I like to do is I like to make kind of these C-frames here, and I like to jam up his hips right here. Okay. Because what happens is that he becomes very easy to turn. Okay? When you lock the legs into the hip, because he'll push back. Because you can lock it down to the ground, and move it out this way. Okay? But if you're just here, it's hard for me to turn. Okay? So here, lock it here. Try to kind of pull it down, they pull it up. You get here. Gable grip. Push your left foot up, because you're going to go to the left. Pull them up. Careful with the neck. And I'm going to twist here. As my hip comes around, don't forget the underhook here. And get to the pass. Okay? Make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay? Very important detail here. I'll point your head that way. This way. Is even when you're here and his feet are up, you dive underneath, you got to keep your elbows tight so that he doesn't open his knees. He starts opening his knees, starts shutting me down right here. And that's not good for me. So here, push the left foot up, and I'm going to pull him up and twist as my left hand comes across the hip. But here, I'm not going to let him roll to his knees. Okay? And you wind up in side control here or whatever. As long as you get down. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.